Hey, welcome. Alexander Liberty Group here. Thank you for clicking on this video called Warmongers, the Republican Party versus the Democratic Party. So, if you are a conservative, a Republican, a libertarian that leans towards the right, an independent, you probably, or even a Democrat, you probably realize that the Democratic Party always insults the Republican Party for being the party of war, for being the party that initiates war. And they like to point at George W. Bush, and they like to criticize his willingness to invade Iraq and Afghanistan. So, without further ado, let's get started. Troops deployed in Afghanistan, Iraq total. So, we must realize that President Bush's, George W. Bush, his presidency ran from January 20th, 2001 to January 20th, 2009. And Obama took office in January 20th, 2009. And until now, as this video is being recorded. So in 2002, we had 5,200 troops, and then it quickly escalated to 78,100 troops in 2003, 2004, 1,000 or 145,800, and then it kept escalating. In 2005, 162,000 troops, 900. And then in 2006, actually got lowered. It actually lowered a little bit. And remember, this is Iraq and Afghanistan total, 161,500. And then it quickly went back up, 2007, 2008, and then 2009 when Barack Obama took office. Towards that entire year, we had 186,300 troops. And then in 2010, it slowly decreased, and then it decreased, and then it decreased by 2012, 67,500. So surely Obama had outdone George Bush in the war, right? No, he just concentrated elsewhere. Afghanistan troops deployed. So let's look at Afghanistan. 2002, it was 5,000. When Bush left office, it was 50,000. And then as soon as Obama came in, it rose to 63,500, 63,500 in 2011, and then 2012, 63,500. Obama only withdrew troops from Iraq while increasing troops in Afghanistan. So, the most George W. Bush had was actually 30,100. And then Obama nearly added on to that, almost half, almost 40, 35%. And then in 2010, he another 10,000 troops. So Obama isn't anti-war; he just concentrated elsewhere than Iraq. Highest troop counts deployed. George W. Bush highest troop count deployed was 186,300, and Obama was 220,000. Obama deployed 90 troops to the Afghanistan-Pakistan region. Now, what about private military? The mainstream media doesn't like to report on that. The Pentagon released a report showing that Obama already had a total of 242,657 private contractors in action as of June 30th. 119,706 of them in Iraq. 73,968 in Afghanistan, with 50,061 active in other U.S. CENTCOM locations. Don't forget, the Republican Party is the party of religious zealot warmongers. So, that was a little bit of a smart comment for me to make at the end. But to think that Barack Obama is somehow more anti-war, especially as a Democrat, is foolish because Obama escalated the war. He even escalated the war using private contractors. Let's go on to drone strikes. Sources include the Bureau Investigates and Pitch Interactive. President Bush ordered a single drone strike in Yemen, killing 6 people in 2002. Under Obama, the CIA and Pentagon have launched at least 58 drone strikes on the country, killing more than 281 people, including at least 24 reported civilians. That is President Barack Obama, the anti-war Democrat. So the reason why I made this video is because I want to show to you guys that George W. Bush and Obama are basically one in the same when it comes to war. They just have different means and different ideals about going at it. Obama likes to use private contractors and drones, while George W. Bush was more upfront about it and preferred using actual U.S. forces. Um, Say whatever you want about private contractors. A lot of people either think they're bad because one day you pay them $100 a day, the next day the enemy pays them $150 a day. That is one critique of mercenaries or private contractors. But personally, for me, I say the first one is about private contractors is that they are more patriotic or willing to defend their country because they're doing it out of love and out of money, of course, obviously. But obviously, there was something that got them into it. Anyway, do whatever you want with this information. But if you really think the Republican Party is the party of war, you need to realize you, you need to you need to look some stuff up. I even gave you sources, so yeah, that's my take on it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go ahead, share this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Go ahead and use these statistics when arguing with either Republicans or Democrats about anything in general. Alright, have a good one.